It was a cold winter morning when Mia heard a sound that would change everything. A soft whimper, a cry for help, coming from under the hood of her car. She stopped, keys in hand, breath turning to fog in the freezing air. There it was again, weaker this time, more desperate. Something was wrong. Something was trapped. And it was begging for help. Mia's heart pounded as she rushed to the front of her car. She pulled the hood latch. Her hands shook. Not from the cold, from fear of what she might find. Mia Carter was a nurse who lived in a quiet neighborhood in Portland, Oregon. She worked long shifts at the local hospital, 12 hours at a time, helping people, saving lives. Coming home exhausted, she lived alone in a small house with a blue door and a garden she never had time to tend. She'd always wanted a pet, a dog maybe, or a cat, someone to come home to, someone to greet her after those long, hard days. But she was too busy, too tired. Her schedule was packed. No time for walks, no time for vet visits, no time for the responsibility of another life depending on her. So she came home to an empty house every night, made dinner for one, watched TV alone, went to bed and did it all over again the next day. This morning started like every other. Her alarm went off at 6 a.m. She hit snooze once, then dragged herself out of bed. The house was cold. Winter had hit hard this year. Snow covered the ground outside. Ice clung to the windows. She made coffee, toast, got dressed in her scrubs, grabbed her bag and her keys. She had to be at the hospital by 7:30. The morning shift, the busy shift, the one where every second counted. Mia stepped outside. The cold hit her like a wall. Her breath came out in clouds. She pulled her jacket tighter. The sun wasn't even up yet. The street was dark and quiet. Everyone else was still asleep. Her car sat in the driveway, covered in a thin layer of frost. She'd parked it there the night before, like she always did. The garage was full of boxes, things she kept meaning to sort through but never did. Last night had been especially cold, the coldest night of the year so far. The weather report said it dropped below freezing, way below. The kind of cold that hurt your face, that made your fingers go numb in seconds. Mia had noticed stray animals in the neighborhood lately. A few cats, maybe a dog or two. She'd seen them digging through trash, looking for food, trying to stay warm. It broke her heart. But what could she do? She could barely take care of herself. Now, standing in her driveway, keys in hand, she heard it. That sound, that whimper. Her stomach dropped. She moved closer to the car, pressed her ear near the hood. There, again. A soft crying sound, scared, cold, desperate. "Oh no," she whispered. Mia pulled the hood open. It creaked on its hinges. She peered inside. At first she saw nothing, just the engine. Metal parts, wires, tubes, everything covered in frost. Then she saw him, a small brown dog, wedged deep in the engine, trapped between metal parts, his body pressed against the cold machinery, shaking, shivering, looking up at her with terrified eyes. "Oh my God," Mia breathed. The dog whimpered. His whole body trembled. He was tiny, maybe 20 pounds, brown and white fur, matted and dirty. He'd crawled up into the engine from underneath, seeking warmth from the motor, trying to escape the freezing night. But now he was stuck, really stuck. His body wedged between the radiator and the engine block, one leg bent at an awkward angle. He couldn't move, couldn't get out. Had probably been there all night, in that freezing cold, alone, scared, trapped. Mia's eyes filled with tears. "It's okay," she said softly. "It's okay, buddy. I'm here. I'm going to help you." The dog looked at her. His eyes were dark brown, filled with fear, but also something else. "Hope, maybe," he whimpered again, softer this time, like he was trying to tell her something, like he was saying please. Mia reached her hand toward him, slow, gentle. "Easy," she whispered. "I'm not going to hurt you." The dog's ears flattened. He pulled back, or tried to, but there was nowhere to go. He was wedged too tight. When Mia's fingers got close, he snapped. His teeth clicked together. "A warning, stay away." Mia jerked her hand back. Her heart raced. She understood. He was terrified, in pain. Didn't know who she was. Didn't know if she would hurt him or help him. "Okay," she said. "Okay, I get it. You're scared. I would be too." She stepped back, looked at the situation. This was bad. Really bad. The dog was trapped deep in the engine. She couldn't just pull him out. She might hurt him, might break something, make it worse. She needed help. Mia pulled out her phone. Her fingers were already numb from the cold. She dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? "Hi, there's a dog trapped in my car engine." He's been there all night. He's freezing and I can't get him out." There was a pause. "Ma'am, for animal situations, you'll need to call animal control." "But he's dying." "He's been out here in the cold all night." "I understand, ma'am, but we don't handle animal rescues. Animal control can help. Their number is—" Mia hung up. She was already looking up the number, already dialing. "Animal control, this is Officer Stevens. Please, I need help. There's a dog trapped in my car engine. He's stuck and he's freezing, and I think he's hurt." "Okay, ma'am. What's your address?" Mia gave it, spoke fast. Every second counted. "All right, we'll send someone out, but it's going to be at least 2 hours. We're dealing with multiple calls this morning. A lot of animals got caught out in the cold last night." 2 hours? Mia's voice cracked. "He doesn't have 2 hours." "I'm sorry, ma'am. It's the best we can do. Keep him warm if you can. We'll get there as soon as possible." The line went dead. Mia stared at her phone. 2 hours? She looked back at the dog. He'd stopped whimpering. His eyes were barely open now. His shivering had slowed. That was bad. That was really bad. When you stop shivering, it means your body is shutting down, giving up. She checked the time. 7:05. She was supposed to be at work in 25 minutes. She should call. Tell them she'd be late. Tell them there was an emergency. But this wasn't just an emergency. This was life or death. Mia made her choice. She texted her supervisor. "Family emergency. Can't come in. Sorry." It wasn't really a lie. This little dog was about to become family. She just didn't know it yet. She looked at the dog again. "Hang on," she said. "Please hang on. I'm going to get you out." But how? She couldn't reach him. Couldn't pull him out safely. The engine was too complex. Too many parts in the way. Then she remembered. Her neighbor, Jake, he was a mechanic, worked at the auto shop downtown, fixed cars for a living. If anyone could figure this out, he could. Mia ran across the street, pounded on Jake's door. Jake, please, I need your help." The door opened. Jake stood there in sweatpants and a t-shirt. Hair messy, eyes half closed. "Mia, what's wrong?" "It's 7 in the morning. There's a dog trapped in my car engine. He's dying. I need your help, please." Jake's expression changed. He was awake now, alert. "Show me." They ran back to Mia's car. Jake looked under the hood. His face went serious. "Oh man, this is bad. He's really wedged in there. Can you get him out?" Jake studied the engine, touched different parts, calculating. "Maybe, but I'll have to take apart some of the engine. Remove the radiator mounting, disconnect some hoses. It's going to take time." "How much time?" 30 minutes, maybe more." Mia looked at the dog. He wasn't moving much now. "He doesn't have 30 minutes. "Then I better work fast." Jake was already moving. "Get me some towels and a bowl of warm water. Not hot, just warm." Mia ran inside, grabbed towels from the bathroom, filled a bowl with water. Warm but not hot. She ran back outside. Jake had already started. He'd grabbed tools from his own garage, a wrench, a screwdriver. He was working fast, unscrewing bolts, disconnecting hoses, talking to himself, muttering calculations. Mia knelt by the car. She dipped a towel in the warm water, squeezed it out, reached carefully toward the dog. "Easy, buddy. This will help." The dog didn't snap this time, didn't have the energy. Mia pressed the warm towel against his fur. Gently, so gently. The dog's eyes opened slightly. He looked at her. "I know," she whispered. "I know it's scary, but we're helping. I promise." She kept talking. Kept her voice soft, soothing, the way she talked to patients in the hospital, the ones who were scared, the ones who needed to know someone cared. Jake worked. Metal clanked. Parts came loose. He set them aside, piece by piece, getting closer to the dog, creating space. Come on," Jake muttered. Sweat dripped down his face despite the cold. His hands moved fast, precise, years of experience guiding every movement. Neighbors started coming out. Old Mrs. Chen from next door, the college kids from across the street. Everyone gathered, watching, whispering. "Is he going to make it?" someone asked. "I don't know," Mia said, and she didn't. The dog's breathing was shallow now. His eyes kept closing. She kept pressing warm towels against him, kept talking, kept begging him to hold on. "Almost there," Jake said. "Just one more part." One more. He worked faster. His hands flew. The wrench turned. A bolt came loose. Then another. He lifted a piece of metal away, set it down. Okay, I think we can reach him now." Mia moved closer. Her hands shook. She reached into the engine, carefully, so carefully. Her fingers touched warm fur. The dog whimpered, but didn't bite. "It's okay," she said. "Almost over. Almost free." She wrapped her scarf around him, her favorite scarf, soft and warm. She tucked it around his body. Then slowly, gently, she started to pull. The dog slid, inch by inch, his body coming free. Jake helped, guided the dog around the remaining parts, around sharp edges, around hot metal, and then he was out. Mia pulled him from the engine and held him against her chest. He was limp, cold. His fur was matted with oil and dirt. He barely moved. "No, no, no," Mia whispered. "Don't you give up. Don't you dare give up." She wrapped him in her jacket, held him tight against her body, trying to share her warmth. Her heart pounded. Tears ran down her face. Jake stood beside her. His hands were covered in oil. His face was worried. The neighbors pressed closer. Everyone silent, waiting. Mia rocked back and forth, holding the dog, warming him. "Come on, buddy, come on. Stay with me." Seconds passed, felt like hours. The dog didn't move, didn't make a sound. Then, a small shift. His head moved, just slightly. His eyes opened, just a crack. He looked up at Mia's face. Really looked, saw her, saw the tears on her cheeks, saw the love in her eyes, and then he did something that made everyone gasp. He lifted his head, just barely, used every bit of strength he had left, and he licked Mia's cheek. A soft, gentle lick, a kiss. "Thank you," it said. "I trust you," it said. "You saved me," it said. Mia broke. Tears poured down her face. She laughed and cried at the same time, held the dog closer. "You're welcome," she whispered. "You're so welcome." The neighbors cheered. Mrs. Chen wiped her eyes. Jake smiled. Even the tough mechanic looked emotional, but there was no time to celebrate. "We need to get him to a vet," Jake said. Now Mia was already moving. "My car won't work. You took apart the engine. Take mine. I'll put yours back together later." "Go!" Mia ran to Jake's truck, climbed in, still holding the dog, still wrapping him in her jacket and scarf. Jake started the engine. Hit the gas, they raced through the streets. Portland was waking up. Traffic was starting. Jake wove between cars, ran a yellow light, got them to the emergency vet clinic in 8 minutes. Mia burst through the doors. "Help, please!" He was trapped in an engine all night. The vet tech took one look and shouted for the doctor. They rushed the dog to the back. Mia tried to follow. A tech stopped her. "We've got him. We'll do everything we can." Mia stood in the waiting room, shaking. Her clothes were covered in oil and dirt. Her hands were black with grease. She didn't care. She sat down, put her face in her hands, and waited. Jake sat beside her, put a hand on her shoulder. Didn't say anything. Didn't need to. Time crawled. 10 minutes felt like 10 hours. Finally, the vet came out. A woman in her 40s with kind eyes. "He's stable," she said. Mia's legs went weak with relief. "He's severely hypothermic, dehydrated, has some bruising and a sprained leg, but no major injuries. You got him here just in time. Another 30 minutes and—" She didn't finish. "Didn't need to. Can I see him?" "Soon. We're warming him up slowly, getting fluids in him. He needs to rest. But yes, you can see him." They let Mia into the back room an hour later. The dog was wrapped in heated blankets, an IV in his leg, but his eyes were open, brighter now, alert. When he saw Mia, his tail moved, just barely, a weak wag. Mia knelt beside him, put her hand on his head. "Hi, buddy. You made it. You're safe now." The dog licked her hand. That same gentle kiss. That same thank you. The vet said the dog needed to stay for 3 days. Observation, treatment, making sure he fully recovered. Mia visited every single day. Before work, after work, brought him treats, toys, sat with him for hours. She watched him get stronger, watched his personality come out. He was playful, loving, gentle. He greeted her with kisses every time she walked in, wagged his tail so hard his whole body shook. The vet checked him for a microchip. Nothing. Posted his picture on lost pet websites. No one claimed him. No one called. On the 3rd day, the vet said he could go home. If he had a home, the vet added. "Otherwise, we'll contact the shelter." Mia looked at the dog. He looked back at her. Those brown eyes, that gentle face, that grateful spirit. She thought about her empty house, her lonely nights, her wish for someone to come home to. She thought about that kiss, that moment of connection, that bond that formed between them in the worst circumstances. "He has a home," Mia said. "With me." The vet smiled. "I was hoping you'd say that." Mia filled out the adoption papers. made it official. The dog was hers. She was his. She named him Lucky. Because he was lucky she found him. Lucky he survived that cold night. Lucky they found each other. And she was lucky too. Lucky to have this second chance. Lucky to have this love. Lucky that fate brought them together in the most unexpected way. Life changed after that. Mia's house wasn't empty anymore. Lucky waited by the window every day while she worked, watching for her car. The moment she pulled into the driveway, he went crazy, barking, spinning, so excited he could barely contain himself. She'd open the door and he'd jump into her arms, lick her face. That same gentle kiss. Every single day, a reminder of where they started, a thank you that never ended. Mia adjusted her schedule, made time for morning walks, evening playtime, viet visits, the things she once thought she was too busy for. She found the time, because he was worth it. Lucky changed her, made her happier, less lonely, gave her something to look forward to every day. Someone who loved her unconditionally, who was always happy to see her, who made her laugh with his silly antics. She changed him too, gave him safety, warmth, love, food and toys and a soft bed. Everything a dog could want, everything he'd been searching for that cold night when he crawled into her engine. The story spread through the neighborhood. Everyone knew about the dog in the engine, about Mia and Jake's rescue, about that kiss. It inspired people. Mrs. Chen started leaving food out for stray cats. The college kids volunteered at the animal shelter. Jake helped rescue 2 more animals that winter, started carrying tools in his truck just in case. One act of kindness, one choice to help. It created ripples, changed lives, made the world a little bit better. Mia started volunteering at the shelter on weekends, brought Lucky with her. He was a therapy dog now, calm, gentle, good with the scared animals, like he remembered what it felt like he wanted to help others the way he'd been helped. People asked Mia about that morning, about the rescue, about Lucky. She always told them the same thing. He saved me as much as I saved him, because it was true. She'd pulled him from that engine, but he'd pulled her from loneliness, from emptiness, from a life where she was just going through the motions. Animals have a way of doing that, of finding the people who need them most, of giving love to those who have love to give, of creating bonds that can't be broken. Lucky chose Mia's car that night. Out of all the cars on the street, all the places he could have hidden, he chose hers. Maybe it was random, maybe it was luck, or maybe it was fate, bringing together 2 souls who needed each other. In the coldest, darkest moment, creating something beautiful from something terrible. Every night, Lucky slept at the foot of Mia's bed, warm, safe, loved. Every morning he greeted her with that same kiss, that gentle lick on her cheek. And every time Mia remembered that cold morning, that whimper, that moment when their eyes met for the first time, when a scared, trapped dog looked at a stranger and decided to trust, when a woman looked at that dog and decided to do whatever it took to save him. That kiss in the driveway wasn't just a thank you, it was a promise. I'm yours, it said. You're mine. We're family now, forever. And they were. If this story warmed your heart, share it with someone who loves animals. There's a Lucky out there right now, waiting at your local shelter, waiting for someone to choose them, to save them, to love them. Maybe that someone is you. Animals remember who saves them. They love harder, trust deeper, give everything they have. All they ask in return is kindness, is safety, is love. Sometimes the ones we rescue end up rescuing us back. They fill the empty spaces, heal the broken parts, make life worth living. That's what Lucky did for Mia. That's what your Lucky could do for you. Comment below if you've ever rescued an animal. Share your story. Inspire others. Because every animal deserves a chance. Every animal deserves a hero. Be that hero. Be someone's Mia. Save a life. And let them save yours. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more heartwarming rescue stories. Because the world needs more love, more kindness, more people willing to stop and help when they hear a cry for help. Be that person. Make that choice. Change a life. Just like Mia did. Just like Lucky did. Just like you can too.